Hello everyone, wherever you may be, and welcome to Coalition Conversations, brought to you by the Coalition of Community College Architecture Programs. This broadcast is based on the conference held in June 2024, What We Teach, How They Learn. The conference is sponsored and held at Montgomery College at their Silver Spring, Maryland campus, and was also sponsored by the National Council of Architectural Registration Boards and the American Institute of Architects. Today, we bring you a spectacular guest, Charlie Setterfield, a professor of architectural technology and chair of the Built Environment Department at Sinclair Community College in Dayton, Ohio. With more than 20 years' experience in the architecture and construction industries, including responsibilities in all aspects of architectural project delivery and construction management, Setterfield brings real-world experience to the classroom. Setterfield is a founding board member of the Coalition of Community College Architecture Programs, which unites more than 130 two-year institutions, providing inclusive pathways to architectural education. He served on the Association of Collegiate Schools of Architecture Education Committee and is a National Council of Architectural Registration Board's Licensing Advisor. Charlie is a past president of AIA Dayton and currently Secretary of AIA Ohio. He also serves as a board member for Hatch Architecture, a Dayton not-for-profit organization dedicated to raising awareness of architectural careers in K-12 settings. Setterfield spearheads a multidiscipline IPD capstone, resulting in student work that has been featured at various venues including Autodesk University, the American Society for Engineering Educators, and the League for Innovation in the Community College. Setterfield has received teaching awards from the Southwest Ohio Consortium for Higher Education, the National Institute for Staff and Organizational Development, and was recognized in Ohio Magazine. Please welcome Charlie Setterfield.
Hi, this is Charlie Setterfield. As part of the Coalition of Community College Architecture Programs, our conference in 2024 included a session on sharing curriculum ideas with other faculty from around the country. I shared this module, which we do in our Construction Materials and Methods class. Sinclair was founded in 1887 by David A. Sinclair, a Scottish immigrant, who started a workforce development program in the basement of the Dayton YMCA. As a matter of fact, some of our earliest classes were in drafting. Sinclair is now a large institution, offering more than 300 degree and certificate programs, with more than 30,000 students enrolled, including 8,000 high school students doing dual enrollment programs. Today, our Built Environment Department includes programs in architecture, civil engineering, construction management, HVAC, and sustainability and energy management. Our Construction Materials and Methods class is CAT 1201. It's a 3-credit-hour class that meets twice a week for about 2 hours each time. To satisfy that first outcome that you see on the screen, which is to establish familiarity with materials and methods, we need you to perform a lab experiment using common building materials, equipment, and methods to construct and deconstruct a structure. So to fulfill that, what we do is we go to our Eaker Street Construction Lab and have students actually construct a small house. To make sure that students can complete this exercise safely, we have them take a co-requisite, which is our OSHA 30-hour construction safety course. They take this during our A term, which is the first 8 weeks of the semester, and then we schedule our materials and methods lab experiment so that they do that during the second half of the semester. The textbook for this course, by the way, is Fundamentals of Building Construction by Edward Allen and Joseph Ianno. The first day that I take students to the construction lab, I have them complete an individual exercise where they can get familiar with the lab layout, where the safety equipment is, where the PPE stuff is, and get familiar with some of the equipment and tools and things like that. The exercise that I have them do is to create a little frame made out of scrap 2x4 material. And they can make it any size they want. I encourage them to make it somewhere between 12 and 16 inches. And a square. We have to explain what a square is versus a rectangle sometimes, but that's okay. And notice that each of the four pieces, or the four sides of the square, the four pieces of 2x4 material that you use, they are cut differently, right? So none of them match each other. So they have to figure that out. And they also have to put this thing together in its kind of vertical orientation so that they're looking down at the frame and they're seeing the 1.5 inches or the 2x dimension of the lumber. So the frame is deep rather than shallow. And note that there's a mitered corner on it, which the students really hate. Each one of these joints is put together, by the way, with two 16-penny nails that they have to drive by hand. So this allows me to see their skill level, how they interact with the equipment, kind of their degree of patience, things like that. And using this information, I will put them on teams for the rest of the semester to complete the bigger lab experiment. For this part of the lab, we have teams of anywhere from 2 to 4 students work together to complete this house. We build it inside of our construction lab. We use full-size materials. It's basically a 4-foot by 4-foot by 12-foot high structure. We start by placing a footing on top of our concrete floor. It's 1.5 inches thick and 16 inches wide. That way we can pretty easily demolish it. And that's followed by 2 courses of CMU foundation wall. We install anchor bolts, a pressure-treated sill plate, sill sealer, and a 2x6 floor system with OSB subfloor. Our walls are framed with 2x4 lumber. We have a sole plate, a double top plate, studs at 16 inches on center. The front wall includes a framed door opening, and the back wall includes a window opening. Our roof structure consists of 2x6 rafters that are hand cut using a framing square. We sheet the roof and the walls with 7/16 inch OSB. Our final day at the construction lab includes demolition. We can usually get that done in less than 2 hours. We recycle as much as we possibly can. We discard the concrete and the CMU most times. We can occasionally save some, but usually we throw that away. And we have a second version of this structure that has slightly lower wall dimensions, so we can recycle all of our studs and plates and things like that. Feel free to scan the QR code at the bottom of the screen if you would like access to a Google Drive that includes the syllabus, the schedule, and the documents for this lab experiment.
A big thanks to our guest, Charlie Setterfield, and thank you for joining our program. I would love to take this opportunity to invite you to our 2025 conference in Boston, Reimagining Architecture Education, Empowering the Next Generation of Students. It will be taking place on June 6th through 7th. We've planned an exciting and engaging event, and we would love to have you there. If you are not a member and wish to be a part of the conversation and the coalition, contact us. We are eager to hear from you. Until next time, enjoy life to the fullest.